Oops. You're in the game.
What's happening? It's your boy Thumbs, and today I'm going to share with you my method for farming keys. To be effective as a YouTuber, I like a lot of salvage and gun variants so that I can stay on top of what's going on out there, all the new stuff, and make videos about it for you guys. So I need a whole bunch of keys in order to get all that, and this is how I've been getting it as of late. The fastest method, to my knowledge, is still a speed run on zombies for farming keys. And under the new cap, speed run to 35 will get you 30 keys, which is just exactly enough for one supply drop. Really, this is just an effective camping strategy with a limited amount of setup required. We're only going to open about half the level, maybe a little more, and we're not going to build the bow or do any of the challenges associated with that. Also not going to build any charm perks, although the arrow perk might be useful. It's unlikely that a patch will ever render this strategy useless. The only thing they might likely change is the spawn locations. Currently nothing spawns up there at the top of the stairs by Pack-a-Punch, but I honestly feel like if they change that with the amount of time you spend on the boat, by the time you got off the boat, there's no way you could get up those stairs without zombies coming down the stairs on you, so it creates kind of an unfair situation with how much animation is on the boat. I don't think they're likely to change that. The rest of the stuff is absolutely legal and within the rules of the game. There's no glitches or god modes or anything required. It's just a solid camping strategy. Gas grenades are an absolute must for this strategy. They both speed up rounds and will help you save ammo by killing off zombies for you. You want to grab them as soon as you see them laying around. I cannot stress this enough. The next thing you're going to want to pick up is the repulsor grenades. These things don't get talked about enough, but they are crazy OP. You get 4 uses every 2 rounds, and they will absolutely save your ass. It produces a sonic boom similar to a pusher or the Zeus cannon, and it's perfect for when you're being overrun or you find yourself whacked up a few times from one of those sneaky crawlers. In order to get them, you'll have to rebuild 45 window boards, and the fastest way to do that is to spawn trap a zombie. Once you've done that, you can pick them up right where you started the challenge, beneath the boathouse, and it's also worth noting that you don't have to get paid for the window board for it to count. To complete the setup faster, I stay in Rave mode for a few rounds, sometimes several. This lets me do a couple of things. First, it gives me double points, and it also makes the zombies easier to kill, which means you kill them faster. Since there's no slasher before round 10, I recommend taking full advantage of this. Headshots give you 200 points, so definitely aim for the head when you're doing that. And definitely keep an eye on the Rave timer. That's the yellow line that surrounds my character's picture down in the bottom left corner, and you can watch it elapse as time passes. Also, it'll take huge hits if you kill zombies, so make sure you keep an eye on that, especially if you kill several zombies in a row. The way you stay in Rave mode, if you don't already know, is by finding fairies, and you just go up to the fairies. They look like little butterflies or whatever, and you talk to them by holding your button on them. It's pretty simple. They're all over the map. Just make sure that each fairy will fill up your meter about halfway, so make sure you're staying on top of that and keeping that full, and you'll be able to stay in for several rounds. Now, the fairies, they actually reset at the end of each round, not at the end of each Rave mode. So I recommend in between rounds, after you kill the last zombie, run up and top off with as many fairies as you can before the next round starts, and the fairies will respawn right away. The goal while you're in Rave mode is to earn enough cash to open all the doors to power, the doors to Rave, open mess hall, and then open the boathouse. We'll need to assemble the boat, that's why we have to open so many areas, and we'll also want a Pack-a-Punch. We're going to be camping out there by the Pack-a-Punch. Also, while you're in Rave, you'll want to earn enough cash for Tough Enough, Bang Bangs, and Quickies at least to get started, and I recommend the M1 and definitely buy the Reaver. Since we're farming keys here, I only use fake cards. I recommend Eagle Eye for use with the M1 and Nade Party for spamming gas grenades. I also recommend Static Shock and Burning Skin as defense mechanisms and Scope Dollars for cash. So we're going to head out to Pack-a-Punch, and we're going to stand on the top of the stairs that lead to Pack-a-Punch. All the zombies will spawn below you on the island, not behind you in the cabin or by the campfire in the zipline. So you basically have a choke point up the stairs, and we're just going to stand there and mow them down. One of the really cool things about this strategy is if you get overrun or things go bad, there's a lot of options available to you. First and foremost, the repulsor should always be your go-to. It's quick, it's the LB button, you don't have to change weapons, they're replenishable, and they're free once you've done the challenge. So I always recommend that first, you don't even have to move. Secondly, if you have any gas grenades left, and you shouldn't, but if you do, that will help you out. You can drop one and fall back. And there's 2 separate retreat routes. First, and the one I recommend, is down the front around the corner in front of the cabin, and just stay along the fence line until you get to the zip line, and then bail out the zip line. The second is straight back and into the Pack-a-Punch room. But make sure that it's available before you go in if you're in a co-op game, because if you go in there and you can't get in a pack-a-punch, you'll find yourself possibly cornered as you head out the other door and try to get to the zipline. My basic strategy is to start each round with both of my gas grenades at the bottom of the stairs, one at a time, and let those kill as many zombies as they possibly can, then take out the rest with my guns until the round starts over. You get 2 back every round, so make sure you're using them. Also, empty your grenades after any max ammos. And if you get an infinite grenade, definitely pick that up. Spam the whole time and it'll leave you full, so empty them out afterwards. When you're using the Reaver, I recommend just hip firing and aiming rather high in the head region and just blast away as fast as you can, especially once you got a double pack. You'll drop them pretty easily. There is a variant of the Reaver I recommend. It's the Reanimate. That's the legendary variant, and it's available in the prototype lab for 2,000 salvage if you don't already have it unlocked. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's got refresh on it, so it refills your gas grenades every 50 kills, and you know how much I love gas grenades for this strat. It also has reduced hip fire, which is how I like to shoot my Reaver, so double pluses on that. When shooting with the M1, I recommend bouncing back and forth between the left trigger and right trigger rapidly. This will just auto-sight in on zombies and take them out quick. The M1 has a ton of stopping power, and it also has a lot of bullets. It goes through them pretty slowly too, so it's a great secondary gun because the Reaver is going to burn through ammo pretty fast. If the Bigfoots are causing you trouble, just take the zip line and stand right where you land. Maybe 1 step forward is fine, but it'll cause all the Bigfoots to rush you, not throw skulls at you, and you can stand there with your Reaver and take them out pretty easy. A couple of final notes. If you run out of Reaver ammo or repulsors, they're both right across the zip line, real easy to grab. You shouldn't run low on M1 ammo too many times. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, but it's obviously at the spawn if you need it. And there is a slight AFK glitch that happens in the later rounds. When you're killing all the zombies, there'll be 1 or 2 that spawn over on the mainland, and they will not come across or respawn unless you go get them either by the zip line or by going into pack-a-punch to force a respawn. So just be aware of that. That can slow you down a little bit, but also give you a break in the middle if you need one. And I hope all this helped you out. Sure was a heck of a lot of information I compiled for this video. And get on out there and farm those keys, you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.